Hello, my name is Erik and I'm the CEO and founding partner of a firm called Consensus Wealth Advisors. And I recently published a book called Clarity: How Popular Culture is Misleading You About Successful Wealth Planning and What to Do About It. Please feel free to contact us to get your free copy. One of the things we've noticed is that our clients and friends have had a lot of questions about the book that were perhaps beyond the scope of the book that I wasn't able to address with the limited space. And so I wanted to shoot a quick video just to address some of those questions and hopefully provide some helpful, valuable information about wealth planning that you can use with your own family. So Marnie asks, how to speak to kids so that they have a financial understanding of saving, buying, or leasing. And so that's a great question, Marnie, and something that's really near and dear to my heart and to our firm. We're really big believers in the power of educating children, educating the next generation, and transitioning the values that come along with money to the next generation. It's a sad fact in this country that family wealth doesn't last. In fact, there's an old saying that families in this country go from shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations. And there's this cycle that occurs typically where there's a wealth creator who maybe grew up, didn't have money growing up, didn't have the highest level of education, but through thrift and hard work and dedication and strong values is able to build wealth. And typically what happens is that initial wealth creator is able to be successful in transitioning both that financial wealth, but also the values that come along with it of thrift and hard work to the next generation. But very often, by the time the 3rd generation comes along, whether it's because the wealth becomes too big of a temptation or because the 2nd generation just doesn't get around to teaching those values, but very often the 3rd generation runs into trouble. It's very common there's dysfunction, there may be alcoholism, there may be divorce, there may be poor work habits, overindulgent spending, and in many instances that family fortune dissipates in the 3rd generation. So knowing that pattern, we think it's critically important for anyone who has wealth that may be intergenerational to not only spend time figuring out how to transition the wealth to the children, estate planning, worrying about estate taxes, but how to transition the values to the children. How do we make sure that our kids and grandkids don't end up indulgent, don't end up having some of these terrible outcomes that can happen? And really what that entails is it's an ongoing process. It's a process of teaching children about the value of hard work, teaching children about thrift and living within one's means. And these can be really difficult to do, particularly in a family that has resources. So that can be a delicate balance, but it's a process and a project that we believe is really, really important for any family that has that kind of wealth.